Hey, I'm Al McGee with Your Entertainment Ticket at www.yeticket.com. Well, the film or documentary I'm going to talk about right now is called Whitney. Well, this is directed by Kevin Macdonald. Well, he's a Scottish filmmaker, and, he got an Academy Award for, talking about Amy Winehouse. That was the name of Amy. Well, now he's talking about Whitney Houston. I'm still a big Whitney Houston fan. I may love the Whitney Houston's records, songs. I went to the concerts, saw them. My daughter listened to them. In fact, I was at a karaoke bar a couple of days ago, and two people sang "I Want to Dance with Somebody," a male and a female. That shows you how popular her music still is. But what's going on in this documentary? Well, this is presented by the family. They helped produce it. They're in it. Like her two brothers are there. They talk about their experiences with their sister, her longtime helper, assistant. She's in it. And you got Bobby Brown in this for a minute. But Bobby, he didn't say too much. He froze up, especially when you're asking about the drugs. Her mother's there. She talks about it a little bit. And you got Clive Davis. He's in this briefly. So, did Kevin Macdonald, did he really make a good documentary talking about one of the greatest singers of all time, one of the greatest ladies of all time until she started to use the cocaine? Well, I think he did. And I think there's been a lot of questions answered, or there were some new questions that I never asked that was answered and revealed to me. For example, I didn't realize that her brothers, and they said this on camera, they gave her cocaine at the age of 16 when she was 16 years old. Then her mother kicked out of the house when she was 18, so then she went to live with her friend. She went to live with Reid at the age of 18 years old, and they had a long-time relationship. Of course, they talked about that relationship too, but they never admitted that she was bisexual in the film. They kind of hinted at it, but no one really said that she was bisexual. Also, it really shows what a great mother she tried to be to her daughter, too, who also died the same way she did in a bathtub, which is very horrible. And this film, too, talks about her mom, how her mama really tried to help her out to be one of the greatest singers of all time. But unfortunately, her mother was on a roll as a backup singer many times, and there were many babysitters that, in the family that she had to deal with. I'm talking about Whitney Houston. Found out that she was abused by her cousin, Dee Dee Warwick. But she's dead now, Dee Dee Warwick. She died in 2008, so we don't know if it's true or not. We're only going by what was told to us and what was told to them. But anyway, like I said, her brothers had a big part in her life, dealing with drugs and using drugs. One brother, he boasted that, hey, even when they landed in Japan, he went and got the drugs because it's real hard to get drugs in Japan. And there was another revelation about the money that Whitney was making. Almost every family member was on some type of payroll where they were getting money from Whitney every time she performed and made records. Her father, he was acting in many capacities where he was getting a big paycheck. And in the end, he tried to sue her for $100 million. Man, talking about family unity. Well, I look at this documentary like this. Her family was part of it, of course, but many families are, many families are part of it when you're a success. They are, because you love your family, you want to take care of your family. Also, I feel religion, too, had a big deal to play in her life, and you can see that in the documentary because she was torn about what to do and what not to do and had a lot of questions about that. And, of course, her marriage to Bobby, that had a lot to do with it, too. And society and African Americans had a lot to do with that too, because in 1989 she got booed, I believe, at the Soul Train Awards because they're trying to say that she wasn't black enough. Now, what is black enough? I think that's the stupidest phrase I ever heard in my life. And there was a civil rights leader who claimed to call her Whitey Houston because of her music. Come on, this woman transformed music all across the board, but if I was to judge her, her drug use, but one of the greatest performers of all time. Well, like I say, Whitney, the documentary, this is a very, very good documentary to watch. But there's another one out. It was on Showtime and briefly at the movie theater about a year before this one. So check that one out too. Check on Showtime. Maybe it's still on there or not. But look at this one, because this one has more answers and you have the family talking about it. Well, Whitney, the documentary, is a very good documentary. I'm going to give this 3 palm trees out of 4. It's almost perfect, but it's a very, very good documentary to watch, especially if you're a Whitney Houston fan. And I bet you got Whitney Houston on your playlist right now, no matter who you are or where you at. They show where Saddam Hussein even had her on his playlist. That's how worldwide she was. Whitney Houston. I miss her. I loved her. And I enjoyed her music. But did she enjoy it herself? Did she enjoy the fame? Did she enjoy her family? Did she enjoy everything else around her? This will answer some of those questions, Whitney, the documentary. But watch it for yourself. I gave it 3 palm trees. Enjoy it. Thank you for watching me, Al McGee, your entertainment ticket. I really appreciate it, and thank you.
You are watching YETicket.com with Al McGee, movie reviews and interviews. This is YETicket.com, YETicket.com, your entertainment ticket.
We are your entertainment ticket, that's right. YETicket.com. We are your entertainment ticket, that's right.